We have some breaking news to get to right now out of Memphis. Charges are now filed against the 5 officers fired in the investigation into the death of Tyre Nichols. The 29-year-old died just days after a traffic stop earlier this month.
Yeah, an independent review of the preliminary autopsy shows Nichols was severely beaten and he suffered extensive bleeding. The body camera video from that traffic stop has not yet been released.
Joining us now from Memphis is NBC News correspondent Antonia Hylton. Hey, Antonia, so it's been nearly a week since these 5 officers were fired from the force. Walk us through these charges that we're just now getting.
Hey, Savannah and Vicky. Look, the city here is tense right now, but people are going to be relieved to hear that now not only are these 5 officers in custody, but they're looking at serious charges that include aggravated kidnapping, official misconduct, but most importantly to the residents of Memphis, second-degree murder charges. And that's exactly the level of charges that people were looking for, because while they have not seen the video, the descriptions that they've heard from the family, from their representation, but even out of acknowledgement from local leadership here and the police department itself, that what they're going to see is horrific and really a violation of humanity, that is the level of charges that people wanted. And what we understand right now, what sources tell NBC News, is that while we're going to hear more about these charges at the 2 p.m. local time, 3 p.m. presser that's going to happen here at the DA's office, we're not likely to see the video until tomorrow afternoon or evening. And the hope here is that coming forward with accountability, more information, a sign that the city is going to hold these officers accountable, is going to be received as sort of good news at a time when, of course, people are going to be in incredible pain for a long time. But the hope from some officials that we spoke to is that charging the officers first is going to bring the city to a place where there can be a dialogue about this, where there can be peaceful protests and a conversation, and people feel respected by the action taken by authorities here.
All right, Antonia, so you're saying that by tomorrow we may see this body cam video released to the public. We know there's a federal investigation that is also underway at this point. What do you know about that, and has the family responded at all to this latest breaking news?
We're waiting to hear what the family is going to say now that the officers have received these serious criminal charges. We're hoping that perhaps we might hear from them later today. And we heard that from 2 sources, this information about the body cam video being available tomorrow. Really, everyone in Memphis is bracing for that sort of final step. But you know, in terms of the investigation, the federal investigation is going to continue now, really uninterrupted by what we've learned here. There are a number of investigative bodies here that are involved. You know, not only is there an investigation of what happened with these 5 officers from local, state, and federal officials, but also 2 fire department members who are also under investigation for their actions when they arrived on the scene and, you know, in the words of people here, were responsible for taking care of Tyre Nichols and in the final, you know, moments of his life. And so we're going to hear more about all of this today at the presser coming up shortly. But really, there is a bit of relief now that people feel they have a sense of the charges that are going to be faced by these officers here.
NBC News correspondent Antonia Hylton for us on this news that broke just minutes ago. Antonia, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.